I am Fortune Abang with the non-news highlight. The Federal Ministries of Information and Culture as well as Women Affairs today briefed the Federal Executive Council meeting presided by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on the activities since November 2015. The meeting, which also received reports from the Ministries of Defense and Transportation, was attended by heads of all agencies under the Ministry of Information and Culture, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, as well as other cabinet members. President Muhammadu Buhari has written to the Senate seeking confirmation of Barrister Festus Okoye as National Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission representing the Southeast Geopolitical Zone. The letter on Okoye's confirmation was read by Senate President Bukola Saraki during plenary yesterday, along with other letters from the President. The Fashion Designers Association of Nigeria has urged the federal government to formulate a policy that will encourage workers in the country to wear made-in-Nigeria fabrics. Mrs. Funmi Ajelaladipo, national president of the association, said such a policy should mandate workers in both public and private sectors to wear locally made fabrics at least 3 times a week. Ajelaladipo noted that promoting local content and made-in-Nigeria products had been on the front burner of public discourse for some time, stressing that the only way to achieve it was through such policy. A military plane carrying a large number of Algerian troops has crashed near Buharis town shortly after takeoff, local media reported. Algeria's defense ministry confirmed that no fewer than 257 people died, mostly military personnel on board the ill-fated plane, an Illusion 278. Biologists from St. Petersburg State Technological Institute have created a compound that causes cancer cells to repair their DNA or self-destruct after fatal genome damage occurs. A report by Russian news agency TASS quoted Alexander Garabaghiu, professor of the institute, as saying that the efficacy of the new compound is much higher than that of the most powerful drugs developed in the US and Europe, and it could be a step toward a more effective and safer chemotherapy. And the Brazilian judge has denied former President Luiz da Silva the right to receive a visit from 9 regional governors and other politicians in the prison. Judge Carolina Lebos pointed to an earlier order from Judge Sergio Moro, who issued an arrest warrant for the popular politician and said he could have no prison privileges other than a television set in his cell. The 72-year-old Lula is to serve a 12-year sentence following his conviction on corruption charges last year. For details of these and other stories, log on to our website nan.ng.